Hey, how's it going?
Hey, good.
Hey,
How are you?
Good. Give me just a second to get you guys connected. I think that's... No, not that one. There we go. Okay. Now we can see you guys.
Cool.
Let me clean up a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. Super pro here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just missed really exciting thing. Just outside of our studio, there were like 3 emergency vehicles that just drove past, just like parked right next to the studio. We're like, are we on fire? We don't really know. So
Right.
I'm glad you got to experience that with us.
All right. So audio is good, and now the game. All right, game is good. Okay. All right.
Cool.
So everyone, you can let me know how the audio is, my voice compared to theirs, and yeah, unfortunately I couldn't get it with like just game capture working for some reason. So we're just gonna be in monitor capture, which is the same. And let me get my DualShock controller. I think I have that. Yeah, so I think Ben just went off camera, but yeah. Anyway, this is Ben and Carol, and they're from Happy Badgers, which is in St. Louis. And so, okay, let me see. All right, I think my DualShock 4 controller is not working.
Oh no.
Really?
Let me try it again. I think I might
Okay.
need to. I think it needs to be plugged in when I. This totally worked when we checked it. Like.
Yeah. Isn't
Yeah.
it? That's the best.
I know, for some reason, at least on Mac, the controller has to be plugged in. I thought it was just a Mac thing, the driver thing, but yeah, Bluetooth it does weird stuff.
It is plugged in. I think it's just not. Let's see. If I don't use the controller, can I use the Xbox One controller as well?
I would
You
think
should
so,
be
yeah.
able to. We haven't tested with Xbox One controller.
Okay.
Worst case, you can use the keyboard. It's just less intuitive.
Right. Okay, now it's on.
Okay,
There we
cool.
go.
Awesome.
I think. And all right. Streaming is a lot harder than I expected, as it turns out. Alright. Okay, yeah, it's working. And let me just tell everyone. Hold on a second. Like, somebody else needs to be managing the stream.
Yeah, you need a streaming assistant.
Yeah, we need like a studio space and someone.
Yeah, producer.
Yeah. Is either of you looking for? Either of you have free time? To
I mean,
be streaming
what's your
assistant?
definition of
Okay, now it is all working. All right, the game, and you guys are on. You keep the cameras on. Okay, now we can do this.
Cool.
Does it go into Did it just go into like demo mode? No. Wait. Yes.
Did you select the
Yeah, I think I accidentally selected. Okay, so this is SmuggleCraft, and it's a hoverboard racer.
Oh, you're a creator, or were at the time. Sorry.
Okay. All right.
We're
So.
on the stream. I did a 6-second delay.
Oh, right. Oh, you know what? Because that's because I forgot to do screen share.
That's okay. Like I figured it'll probably save bandwidth anyway if you just
Right.
do audio with us. Watch it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have it if you guys are.
Oh, cool.
there it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works.
If it is causing a problem, we'll just get rid of it. Okay. Fell off the world. That was an accident.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
track creator, which is not ready really for demo yet.
Okay, so you are very astray.
Maybe we have to work on Barry Australia.
Okay, a young woman from the distant and isolated world, Dira, and you there's this like randomly generated names.
No.
Alright.
But yeah.
It's all good. It's good. And you owe someone credits. A lot of them. You took out a loan a few years ago to buy a hovercraft so that you could live independently as a carrier, but the loan is coming back to haunt you sooner than you'd hoped. A courier, yeah. If you don't up your income and pay off the loan, you'll be plagued by the bounty hunters hired by Garmuk Exto, your lawless lender.
The end.
Okay. There we go.
So essentially, you're female Han Solo.
Right. I think my stream is like super delayed. Hold on, let me just refresh that. And wow. I'm Okay, now it's all good. So you can choose which this is like the map, and I'm choosing which. How come okay, yeah, I see. Oh, I see now. It's a little tricky moving the map because I think you have to be like exactly.
Yeah, it's a bit touchy.
Yeah. Why do I keep exiting the game? It's not. It's just because it's in it's full screen. I have 3 monitors. It's full screen on the main one, and so if I click on anything else, it like.
Yeah.
It minimizes the game. All right, you there? I have a task. Will you do it? Fuel. Let's talk. I think your panel on the right. So, by the way, I do think it's like it looks really great for placeholder panels for the UI. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So they each have different. I can get tools. This one I'm not getting anything, so I can't actually choose this one. So I can get tools, vital organs. This one isn't giving me anything. Fuel, vital organs, or tools. And I think
the ones.
Yes.
The ones that don't have any interaction they're like flavor text, and one thing that we know we need to do is give them a different icon. So they're obviously not quests. They're not something you can interact with. It's just extra flavor.
World building stuff.
Ah, okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna get some tools.
Cool.
Because I can't upgrade anything right now.
Right.
Yes.
Right. This is your standard.
Right.
Standard equipment.
Everything is just standard. Oops.
No.
Yeah, I think because you just hit circle and it goes back. All right. We'll get. Oh, and it replaces everything. It's ran okay. Well, dark matter core looks really good.
Pretty cool.
So
it's pretty cool.
Transport dark matter core from Jopazda to Tuluk in under 2 minutes. Illegal, moderate, 64 credits and 1 parts. Risk high. Can you transfer volatile goods? I need someone to help me. Okay, let's do this. By the way, so Carol, you are doing the writing on the game, and Ben, you are programming, designing.
I'm mostly game designer.
Most game designer, I see.
I try to program a little bit, but I usually do more harm than good.
So one thing I noticed was there wasn't anything telling me gas. I'm assuming that's just the R1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I didn't see like a button come up.
Yeah, we actually have a tutorial that we're working on that we just got in today, but it's not really demo ready.
Okay.
To teach you the controls. Yeah, there's 2 control schemes. You can either use R1 or X. And then depending on which one of those you use, there's a strafe mechanism, which is really important. And strafe is either the
and straight is the bumpers.
Yeah. Or the right.
So like, I guess if I'm oh right, oh there we go, I see.
Great thing.
Oh cool. All right.
So then you've also got your energy meter at the top left, where
What?
oh my god, You just.
I think it didn't. Did it not tell me what? I can come down here. Oh,
No.
Well, you can, but you'll also die.
right. My hovercraft. So what takes? Main GI asks, what's preventing him from doing huge shortcuts? I guess nothing, right? They're intended.
Right. The pieces are designed to, as you learn them, you find shortcuts that work.
Right. I feel like it should. There should be something on the UI to let you know whether it's easy or hard, or maybe it's like
taxi.
So like directly from the UI rather than within the.
Rather than having to like click inside and see.
Yeah.
I also wonder if you can do it like where it's just on the map, where the ones that are closest, or the ones that are closer to the center are like a little bit easier.
So the location, like because of the way that the world is written, the location is actually more tell you what faction you're selecting. So closer to the center is going to be
I see.
faction, and then closer to the edges, the outskirts of town is going to be the laborers faction.
Right. Well, I guess in that case, then just having the, I guess like the colors or the shapes.
Yeah, and we have a good like
palette
that we could use to.
Right.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Because I think these are all moderate. I wanted to pick an easy one.
Okay.
Let's go get food. All right.
Hopefully that's easy.
That one's easy. Yeah. Hey, Jet user, he is here. How's it going? Some of the regulars. Two of them.
They're not a hovercraft user.
All right. So, yeah, for those of you that are new, we're playing not
hovercraft the game.
Yeah, SmuggleCraft.
Yes.
And this is Carol and Ben from Happy Badgers. Yeah, it's weird because like I want to use just strafe exclusively, but it's actually pretty hard. It's not. Yeah. It's not possible.
Yeah, I tend to strafe more than I steer, just because I think you can actually get it a little bit more accurate.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Corners.
Do I actually need to hold down?
Yes.
What happened here?
What did happen?
Fuel.
You ran out of fuel.
Yeah, so there's a fuel.
I ran out of fuel. I see.
Yeah, so you want to try to hit, there's these checkpoints that when you hit them, it refills your fuel and it gives you a boost.
Yeah, those big, giant blue orbs. So they're spaced every 3 seconds or so on the track.
I see.
And again, that's something that the tutorial will hopefully do a job of teaching.
A little bit better.
Where's my fuel again? You said
upper left.
Upper left. Oh, the 1918.
Yes,
the thing that's. Oh, I see. So, yikes.
Yeah. So you've got fuel in the upper left, and then you've got shields and hit points in the lower left.
Oh man, let's see if I can make it. Oh, there we go. Why is it doing the like boost when I get the thing?
The
like,
boost
when I get fuel, I get this like big boost.
Yeah. It's like energizing your ship suddenly.
Okay, because I think that's actually where I died the first time. Was the
you were on a cliff.
Well, that bridge, it's like a bridge piece, and it's actually it's one of the hardest.
This one's
pieces.
really hard too. You're gonna want to make sure you straighten out on this one. Yeah. That's
okay. Yeah. Because I guess I'm just used to what's that game? I played it a lot when I was a kid. The Star Wars N64, the pod racer game. Yeah. Because they had the thing where you would charge up and then use
Oh no! Please.
Flutter Falter asks if it's normal that the hover hits, like, why is it so low to the ground?
It's not. I guess it's not like a super high hovering hovercraft.
Yeah. Right.
It's more like a almost like a swamp hovercraft, I guess. The way that we sit against the ground. The
way it Like the way what just happened there was my shield basically got destroyed, right?
Yeah.
Because
so you start out with this ship. You start out with 3 shields, and then you have your full hit point counter.
okay.
So those first 3 shields, when you hit, you'll see yourself glow blue, and that removes a shield. And then once all your shields are gone, then you start taking hit points down once you start hitting walls.
I see. And that
So,
oh, got it. All right, we're gonna transport immigrants. It gets really dark.
Yeah. We haven't even gotten to dusting your cargo.
yeah. Oh no.
I think what happened was there was like a bug and I got stuck and I had to use circle to get out. Like it wasn't letting me choose any of them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. This is all archived, so I guess you guys can watch it later too.
Yeah, we're taking notes too.
Yeah, like it wasn't. None of the triangles were big.
Oh,
Weird.
So they were. All right. Well, we'll do this. Okay. And how long have you guys been working on this?
We started October last year.
Okay. So not very long.
Awesome. Full time. I mean, we run a interactive studio full time
Right.
and do this where we can.
yeah. So we primary client work and then secondary, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, actually, I wanted to talk to you guys about that, which is how
Yeah.
how do you guys find that balance? I think you. By the way, so
hard.
for those of you that are watching, I met Ben and Carol at Indie PopCon. They were my booth mates, neighbors, and we talked a bit about that. So yeah. Whoa.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Yeah, I think that there's like not a whole lot of. Don't let me die.
You're gonna die.
Oh wait. I feel like I should be allowed to do that. I think, like, not die right away.
To die. So when you fall off the edge of a cliff, you die on impact on the ground.
Why don't you just give them, let them continue? Like, just have a shortcut there. Like, it just takes a little longer. You don't get as many points.
I mean, part of like, I don't really know how we arrived to this exactly, but part of the theme of the game is that it's incredibly unforgiving.
Yeah.
It's the harshness of the world. Like, there's no second chances in SmuggleCraft.
Right. I think the thing is just because it looks so pretty and like cutesy that it's really weird to have it be so like one mistake and you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we talked. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say that could be like an interesting dichotomy for people where it's like it feels really welcoming and appealing, but then it's actually very, horrifically difficult.
Right. And I know the one thing we talked a bit about was that, yeah, so it's really hard to run the studio alongside making the game.
It is. And we've actually been running the client-facing studio longer than we've been doing games, but we realized we wanted to make games more than we wanted to make, like, websites and software for clients.
I totally remember this map, just by the way. Or that Ben at least. But yeah, better than, or more than you wanted to make websites for.
Right. So, we've been trying to slowly up the amount of time that we can actually devote to game development in the studio.
I finished it.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
the finish line. Nice. Your first completed quest. What was that, the immigrants?
No, those, that one, everyone went down in flames.
They died with you at the bottom of the canyon.
Oh, horrible.
Too Fast, Too Furious, Chyr. Hello, D-Lask is here. David Lasky. I don't know if you guys met him. He's working on, and unless this is another D-Lask, but David's working on, he's one of the programmers working on Relativity, doing lots of black magic stuff. I guess, Carol, if you're at Too Fast, Too Curious, if you're at Bitbash, now, Ben, you coming to Bitbash?
No, I'm not gonna make it.
That's too bad. Next year.
Yeah, next year.
But I guess you'll meet David then. So yeah. All right, next quest. Oh, I should have gone into updates. Right. So the thing is, I don't know if I'm a fan of the boost coming right at the fuel point, because it's this thing where like you're already pretty nervous trying to hit the hit that fuel mark, like if you're running low on fuel, and then what happens is when you get the boost, you like have a really hard time controlling things. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be like, lined up straight, so it ends up. I feel like there should be a boost. Maybe just because it's from Star Wars Pod Racer, but getting the boost, you'd be able to choose when to set the boost thing. Activate it, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I mean, to be honest, like some people are really excited about that because they see it coming and they're like, they know that they're about to hit that really like awesome speed burst. And a lot of those pieces are designed to make that feel really satisfying.
I see.
But at the same time, you know, I've run into the same issues as you, and I'm one of the developers, and I still will hit a boost and just vault off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, because I guess the thing is, it's like if you're not gonna get if you run out of fuel, then you die, and then it's like because you get that then you get the problem where it's like, yes, I got the fuel, and then but you were off by a little bit, so you like. That seems like a weird, how do I say this? Yeah. Go on.
The past two that you just got, I think like one of the issues is that right now we're not really separating by difficulty.
Yeah.
So like the last two boosts we got were both really like just wide open. You couldn't really screw those up too bad. And that's when you get mostly in the beginning part of the game when you're still learning. And then the more difficult boosts, which right now you're getting at an equal rate, where it's like a bridge or a tunnel, those will come later in the game and have a better handle.
I see. Yeah, no, this game is not single player. Actually, it's multiplayer, and it's both local and online multiplayer. Or
yeah, it will be. We haven't started the network multiplayer yet, but right now we have 2-player local. Probably gonna do 4-player local, and then we want to do like probably 16-player network.
16-player. Really yeah.
It's gonna be like pod racing. It's gonna be a lot of like banging into stuff and blowing up.
Yeah. I think multiplayer is a big part to this. I actually would love to talk about how we just kind of picked this one, but more about the game feel, like how you guys, how it's So is there a break on this? Like just if we're talking about there is break. Oh, you can go backwards.
Right. Yes, yeah.
So
but you don't want to.
Right.
Never do that.
So it's like I can hit the gas and it does a boost, and then if the right left bumper, it does this straight thing, which is moving just left and right.
Yeah.
And then it does the turn.
Yeah.
Have you guys thought of having a wider base as the design of the hovercraft? So you have to do this. Do you have to do like where you gotta go through a gap, and so you turn
Oh, like a pod racer.
Pod racer thing, yeah.
Oh, okay. So more of a banked turn sort of thing.
Yeah, where you have to.
Oh yeah.
Narrow.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be really cool, actually.
I don't know if it counts as... So Gordy knows, he says unfair death, or she says unfair death and unforgiving gameplay doesn't equal challenge and difficulty. Which I don't know. Well, that is... let's see.
It also depends on how you define unfair.
Right. Well, yeah. I agree with the statement. I think what the challenge to us is to make sure that the death isn't unfair.
Yeah.
That it's
right.
That it's if you had the skill, you could have avoided it.
Right. I guess so that would be a good thing to talk about. It's like, how do you guys see the skill base being in like when you get better at playing the game, you're better at collision and
obstacles, things like that. Yeah, yeah. So the strafe, like once you can master the strafe, you wind up not really needing to worry about your shields and HP so much because you can wind up dodging a lot of things.
Right.
And you can take turns without running into walls. Some of the bigger things, like running out of energy quickly, will be addressed more so when we have difficulty levels more balanced, and also with ship crafting. So you'll actually be able to, when you can hold more energy, things like that. What are some of the other, like, you'll just be able to move faster.
Shields unlockable.
Are you guys also planning on doing races where there's other crafts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like right now you're playing the simplest of the game modes, which is just time trial essentially.
Ah, I see. Can I choose other game modes? By the way,
we don't have those in.
Oh, you don't have those in right now. Okay, hold on a second.
So then, one of the other options, which we had it for a while, but we took it out because we need to totally rewrite the AI. The more illegal quests you do, the more you become sort of a favor or wanted level with different factions, and so like you'll have government authorities that are start to chase you, or you have bounty hunters that chase you, and so that becomes then as a chase mission. There will also be races. Person challenge you to a race, and then you have to race them. And there's also going to be other modes that are more like a scavenge and pickup, where you have to find a certain number of items throughout the course before finishing it.
Oh, I see. Are you guys, Tiny Angry Crab asked, will there be extreme Mario Kart style weapons in the...
No. At this point, we haven't planned for any weapons in the game.
Right.
We're trying to keep it pretty much driving skill focused.
Yeah.
And with the multiplayer, especially the online multiplayer with 16 players, we really want that pod racer feel where like your best bet against your enemy is to bash them into a wall. And
I see.
More like almost like hovercraft jousting.
Right. The one thing I'm confused about is, not confused, just at the beginning when it says press gas to charge, it doesn't do like a countdown.
Okay.
Because then it's like, because it holds you up for a bit, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, this one's really hard. I think I died here last time. Oh, yeah, so I guess there is like some skill base with that. Okay, so like with that area I just went through that had a bunch of spikes, that was like just right after the big jump. It seemed like you had to, it was just like a timing thing where you had to get... Okay.
You got it. You got it.
Have you guys thought of making it more, not like super hexagon, but where you have these patterns that come up quite often, and it's like where you just know, where you recognize it, and then you just gotta do like a sequence of button presses? Does that make sense?
I mean, I guess I haven't thought of it in that way, but I think that is in essence what we're doing. Like with those obstacles, each piece we will have programmed to that piece a certain number of pattern obstacles. So you could get A pattern, B pattern, or C pattern of obstacles. And the more you play, you recognize, okay, I'm on this piece, and I recognize B pattern, so I know what to do, how to react to it.
How would you balance, so Gordy knows as, how would you balance a multiplayer component, the use of weapons? How would you balance it, right? So Mario Kart gives players in the back a chance at moving up.
By using the weapons.
By using the weapons.
You're talking about using kind of like rubber banding speed mechanics, where players that are dragging further behind will get like a slight speed bonus. There's also going to be slipstreaming, so that you can like launch around players that are in front of you. But that is something that's definitely going to require some play testing and some balancing.
Right. The main Jedi talks about having the boost in the safe area. Oh, like he suggests putting the first boost in the safe area where there isn't like a bend right around, so you I guess you can like boost knowing. Does that happen? I feel like that should be an intentional.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's essentially what we're planning to do. Is we won't even see those more difficult boosts until. And there's also, I mean, the player gets to choose what level of difficulty they want to play.
Right.
Kind of making people comfortable.
How is difficulty measured right now? Is it just Is it? Oh, I recognize this. So, what? Okay. Like, is it more like when there's higher difficulty? That means more areas with spikes and sharper turns, and cliffs. Is that like what difficulty in this game means?
Primarily, yeah. So things that are easy to fall off of, things that are high in obstacles. Stuff like that. Basically,
turns.
What we're doing right now, actually, in the demo, we're taking analytics on every single track piece because it's all randomly pieced together by like design pieces. That, so you're recognizing some of them. We're actually taking analytics, so like how long does each piece take for people to, on average, to get through? How many times
do
you buy, and then we can actually start taking. We can start figuring out just from player experience how difficult certain pieces are.
Is there any reason, ever any time to let go of the gas?
Well, yeah, you can drift around a corner because you are a hovercraft, right? So, like, if you let off gas, you'll maintain momentum in a certain direction, and then you can turn while you're drifting, and then hit gas again, and you'll sort of boost off in direction.
Do you think you could do like So I kind of like really want to fly off the world, and I feel like with hovercraft, maybe like, have you guys thought about going up walls so you can do, if you're inside a tunnel, you can come back around that way. It gets a little more like distance, but I was thinking so what you could do is, if you're falling off, maybe not just let people land right away, but if they could press another button to do like a downward boost, that they could push in the land. It probably would make level design a lot harder because now you got to open up a lot more stuff. What separates the moment-to-moment racing gameplay you guys envision from Pod Racer? What do you guys? Yeah, I guess like what? How would it be different from Star Wars Pod Racer? What are you guys thinking of? Well, the network and multiplayer is a big part, I guess.
Yeah. I think there's also like we're so there aren't actually set courses.
Ah, right. I see.
So every track that you're playing is just it's a set of pieces of tracks, but there are never any known tracks. So you're never going to know exactly after this.
Yeah, because I think a lot of Pod Racer was like memorizing the entire track.
Right. And that was part of the inspiration behind doing, procedurally generated racing game is not letting people memorize the tracks.
Yeah. Oh, see, that was awesome. Did you guys see that?
Being able to kind of vault over.
Yeah, like I thought that was a really cool thing where like I was able to strafe up and then go on top of the little
the rocks.
The rocks.
The floating rock.
Like that. Yeah. It's okay. So I think now this is the bug. Like you can see, it's not letting me select any of the. So I had to hit return main menu and then come back. Yeah. Did you guys see it?
Yeah, I did.
Is
Track Creator working?
Yes, I mean you can do it with your mouse.
Okay.
The controller stuff isn't really to it, but yeah, it's kind of fun to just see what the different parts are and then play around in there.
How do I do Track Creator? Yeah. Oops.
Plus sign.
We actually created this as a testing tool.
What?
First.
Wow.
Connections.
So just to go back earlier, I thought that was really cool. Like where, I think like some of my favorite stuff. Like I played a lot of Pod Racer. I played 2 games a lot when I was a kid: Tony Hawk Pro Skater and Star Wars Pod Racer.
Yeah.
Just because I was like really bad at first-person shooters, and the stuff I always liked in both of those games was when you were able to fly off and go somewhere new. And it's like a really cool thing with speed games because it's like you're just using the same mechanic that you have all the time, right? Like you're not using anything new. But I thought was super cool, where either you could have some power up there on top of those rocks, or like when you come down. Like I feel like having that. I know it would make level design a lot harder.
But encouraging some of that like accidental flight sort of thing.
Yeah, but it just, I think it adds a lot of interestingness to the level design and like more player.
No, I think that's where we want to go with level design.
Right.
We spend a lot of time just creating, the pieces that you've seen.
Guys, the scrolling, I have to scroll up with the mouse to scroll down.
Oh, you're kidding? It's inverted.
It's inverted. Yeah, I am using a trackball, but yeah, it's like you see that my mouse is moving up and then the scroll bar is going down.
I wonder if that's something to do with Matt.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
It's probably, I don't know.
I'm not totally sure also what all this is doing.
So let us actually explain for a minute how the track generation works.
Okay.
So each pieces that we have different size templates. So like 16 by 16 is a size, 16 by 32 is a size, and then each template can have one of several different openings. A, B, C, or D openings, and A is the smallest opening, D is the largest opening.
Oh,
so what happens is you start with the piece. So I think the opening on your starter piece is the C. So it's showing you all the different C parts, all parts that have at least one opening that's a C size. So you have C to C pieces, C to D pieces, C to A, C to B. So you can pick a piece. Let's say you pick a C to D piece. Now you have a D opening to work with. You see all pieces.
Oh, I see. Right. So this is a C to C. It means like it's taking a C opening and it wants to go into another C piece thing. This is super cool. I'm going to take a screenshot. And
this design probably will not be the final game. We'll be
let me post it on Twitter, and then I'm gonna have to step out into here first. But
cool.
The other, you guys should have a button for like quick screenshots. I just use K. You can use Unity. It has a button for that. Just because, which I think is super awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, there's like a screenshot function, and so
really cool.
Photoshop is super slow. By the way, if you're watching the streaming and you're enjoying it and you just joined us, we're talking to Carol and Ben from Happy Badger Studio. Man, Photoshop. You guys using Photoshop? Like, I noticed I got Adobe Cloud, and the recent versions of Photoshop are all super slow.
The Creative Cloud, I am having so many problems with Photoshop right now.
We were just talking about that
ridiculous.
Actually. Just screen trying to work.
It's incredibly slow, like, and it's sluggish. Like, when I open up a group or something, it takes 10 or 20 seconds to open.
It's really weird.
I have to Control-Alt-Delete.
What's that?
Sorry, I lost my mouse.
We lost you for a second.
Yeah. All right. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I think it's super cool that you guys have a level editor. That's actually something that we are thinking of doing as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It is a ton of work.
Yeah. And we want to actually make it to where user-created levels become a part of the game. Like, you can create a level and then share it on
Right.
That's, down the road. That's probably not going to be with launch, but it's something we'd like to integrate once we actually have the capacity to do it.
Yeah. So Gordy asks about why is the level templates line of, like, why don't you show the track from above? Well, I guess it's still work in progress, right?
Yeah. Like we said, this was originally created as a design tool, so we created it to be accessible to us.
Oh, right.
And Dana, who is our level designer, recognizes the track pieces in this capacity. Looking at these, knows exactly what each one is. And so really it's just like it was originally made so that we could connect two pieces together and make sure that they appeared seamless. But then we realized, why wouldn't we just let other people do this? But we really do have to, start working on some actual kind of design challenges of how do we present this so that people understand what they're connecting and how to do it, and get a good feel for what each piece is going to end up looking like.
Right, and the so when Dana, that's she's the one doing the level designing. When she designs levels, she's working inside Unity.
She's actually working within Blender, and she'll import them into Unity to just kind of test to make sure they look right.
Oh, I see. But when you guys were saying that was a editor tool.
Oh, testing. Yeah, when she's testing them like this.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's get back to the game. Yeah. So anyway, for those of you that are here, we're playing SmuggleCraft. It's a game by Happy Badgers, which they're based in St. Louis. Carol and Ben. And if you like the stream, you should hit follow. Because we changed channels, and now my numbers are really low. It used to be a lot higher. But anyway, so this is right. Okay, so when Dana is working on level designing, she's in here and is able to just like connect pieces. So yep. These were generated inside. These were generated inside. Okay. I also have this
Blender?
problem where, like these were made inside Blender and then imported in as meshes.
Yes. Yeah.
I see. And they were the method of generating them inside. Like the process of generating them inside Blender is she just builds them, or there's a procedural.
No, she's actually hand building them.
Oh, okay. So can we hit play on this? I guess. Like...
Yes. Yeah. You can play and just exit out the So you can play what you put together, and in this world you don't have any need to worry about.
What? So I think I just put a wall in front of my path.
That's why testing is so important.
Oh, yeah. Right.
That's why when you're dealing with so many different pieces and so many possible combinations.
So if you hit play again, you'll restart at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then the. Oh, I see. There was nothing.
No, that's a rotate button.
Okay, so.
Right. So this is kind of cool. Where I'm just in the abyss. This is like a very existential. This is existential mode.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people say like, can I just fly through space?
Yeah, you just need to play some Enya in the background.
Yeah, I was actually listening to Enya earlier today. You guys watch Peep Show?
No.
Okay, it's my favorite show. It's on Netflix.
Cool.
There was an Enya joke in it.
Make it about Enya.
How can you not make jokes about Enya? The Tiny Angry Crab says there are some really awesome opportunities for sound design. Can you guys talk about that?
Yes. So there is actually sound in the game, contrary to what you are currently not hearing.
I think I do. I do have a little bit of sound on.
So you can hear the sound. Good.
Yeah.
We can't hear. Sorry.
Right.
So we're actually working with Eduardo Ortiz Frau, who did sound design for Apotheon and Stanley Parable.
Right.
He's on just kind of overall the kind of soundscape. So he's doing like the engine sounds and the pickup sounds and things like that. We've been really happy with what he's come up with. And then the soundtrack, the music, is done by a guy here in St. Louis named Bravenberry. His name's Phil Hayes, but his moniker is Bravenberry, and he's excellent. And he does all kinds of really weird game music. And for this, he's never done anything quite like the soundtrack that we have for SmuggleCraft, and we're really not sure how to even describe the kind of music that we have for SmuggleCraft, but we have 2 tracks currently right now that are original tracks. And he's working on, more. We're hoping to have like a whole album by the time, so that there will be different tracks for different times of day, different kinds of races and things like that.
This is not Tiny Angry Crab has an audio ducking. he's talking about. Well, I guess you guys can't hear it, so I won't click on that now. Oh, that's the Spike World that's very difficult.
Yes.
This is not your first game, right?
No, this is our first console game, like our first PC console game, but it is not our first game.
Okay.
No, we've done more casual mobile games in the past. That's how we learned how to develop.
I see. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear from this that you guys have like a really good like studio workflow, like you know, we're just like in the sense that you guys have thought about. Man, their computer went to sleep. Let's join the video call. Yeah, I think that always happens with. All right, hold on. Hold on a second. Okay, I think this should be working. Okay, now it's all working again. Hold on a second. It said your computer went to sleep.
Weird. It definitely didn't.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. I don't know why. There we go. Now you guys are back on. What were we talking about? Oh, right, just having like tools, you know, which is not, which I think is like not something. If you're just making a game for the first time that you are really aware of or think about.
Like something else we do, all of our cost data, all of our ship parts data is all kept in Google spreadsheet.
Oh,
we can add to it on the fly, and it just gets pulled in on play.
So we can kind of adjust it as we need to.
Writing really fluid, and it makes balancing like ship parts and stuff really fluid.
So that's something like we obviously have to finalize and like actually, you know, export as hard data before we, you know, launch the game, before we ship. But it's really great right now because it makes it really flexible. We've actually shipped like mobile games where it's pulling live from the Google spreadsheets, which is sort of scary and sort of awesome because
right.
Adjust it.
Yeah, Flutter, Falter, and Tiny Ingrep talking about sort of. I'm not sure what they're talking about. I think just the sound effects when you are going really fast.
Yeah,
which is very cool.
I wanna that.
Cool. Let me play this thing. I don't even know what I've done. But yeah, the editor tools take quite a while. But I think it's such a great investment. To make your workflow a lot easier.
Create some automated testing tools.
Yes. The Crow team, their GDC talk, I highly recommend it. Were you guys at GDC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you see their Crow team gave a talk? They made Talus Principle
I think that's what gave me the idea.
But, they had some great, fantastic bug tools. I mean, their core team has been together for like 20 years. Yeah, but I just really love like this spot. Like, oh yeah, I guess like one design problem is how do you prevent players from going all the way up, right? I mean, like right now, why can't you go up? Is that just are you just capping me?
You are. What?
Are you like? Is there an invisible collider that's preventing the player from? Oh no, it's not.
There's no.
Okay, so this is like, for this the players. Like I just wait until the time's out.
What's that?
Like I can get out of the world, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can jump right off, which is a problem we have to solve.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I forgot to screen share with you guys. For the read. Yeah, but I was doing the thing, and I thought I think it's just really cool to be able to do that. Oh, I was in a track editor, which didn't kill me.
So you would die, but it's kind of a delayed death where it's still sort of Enya, like slow slow jam Enya.
Yeah,
maybe you guys should talk to Enya about getting one of her tracks for when that happens.
Yeah, partner with Ravenberry and get some vocals in. He was talking about maybe getting some vocal, like ambient vocal tracks.
They're probably really weird vocals.
But it'd be really weird. It'd be awesome.
Oh, for some reason, the frame rates dropped down to 30.
Yeah, I noticed that. I wonder if there's a memory leak or something.
Yeah. So I don't think I have 2 copies of it open. Yeah, no, I haven't clicked on it. Yeah.
Huh. I want something where you went to the track editor and then you went back to single player. And it's didn't unload or something.
Unity has a ton of those problems. And yeah, actually, let's go back to the track. Oh, and then there's multiplayer. Let's just go into that, which is not working.
Multiplayer right now, actually, you can see some of the different kinds of chip parts. Because right now, it's actually randomly generated also based on the chip parts that we've got. So we've got the hideous stovepipe on the right.
Right. I'm actually playing 2.
Yeah, so you both are controlled by the controller when you only have one controller player.
Right.
Again,
okay, so I'm trying to play both crafts.
All right.
Yeah, I've done that before. It's pretty fun.
It is hard. I forget which one's which. Oh, there we go. Okay. I guess they both died. They're both. Oh, that's what the other thing I really liked. That you can just. Yeah, they're not losers. They're just not the winners.
Yeah. You had somebody tried to make a meme of that because we demoed this at a bar like a month or 2 ago, and some drunk guys kept saying "not the winner" over and over, obviously because they couldn't beat the track, and they apparently took a picture and put it on the internet, and a friend of ours found it by accident. They were like, "So your game is a drunk meme."
Yeah, I think this wouldn't be so hard if they started both of them at the same time, but
yeah.
All right, we'll salvage what's left of. Yeah, and right now it only allows for 2 or 4.
It's only 2 right now. We plan on adding 4 once we complete single player, and then once 4 is in, then we're going to do networking.
Ah, okay, cool. And how do you guys have a date yet?
We do not have a date yet.
Okay.
Not a solid. Where our goal right now, we're focusing on getting single player done by the end of the year, and where we go from there.
Getting single player done by the end of the year?
Yeah, ideally.
Yeah, and then you guys, I know, so in St. Louis, I guess I don't have the game music really loud, so I'm going to turn it up a bit.
Okay.
Tiny Angry Crab wants to hear some of the music. So let's SmuggleCraft. Alright, I think this should be good. Alright, Smuggle, Tiny Angry Crab, you let me know if
this is adequate.
Yeah, let me know if this is adequate.
There's a different track for multiplayer and a different track for single player right now. So those are the 2.
Tiny Angry Crab is jamming.
Nice.
Jamming. Good. Oh yeah, and then there's the ambient menu track also.
Right. The how is the St. Louis? What's it like being a St. Louis dev? We talked a bit about this.
Yeah. So St. Louis is kind of like one of those hidden gems of dev communities. We've actually got a good handful of indies, and what's cool is that that's where you're going off the edge there. Yeah. What's cool is that all there's only one AAA studio in St. Louis, and that's Riot Games, and it's more the server side of stuff that's done there. So there's not a lot of game design done.
Oh, Riot.
Riot, yeah, Riot. So League of.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Riot, and they're really, really supportive of the community. But beyond that, there's not a lot of opportunities for people who, are from St. Louis or going to school in St. Louis, and want game experience.
Right.
Actually get experience at like a studio, and so most of us are starting out on the same foot where we're all just kind of teaching ourselves, and that's where we started. That's where a lot of our friends started, and so it's been interesting. We're all kind of helping to teach and support each other.
Yeah.
And so there's probably a good dozen studios at this point. There's a ton of hobbyists, and just like everybody's really encouraging and supportive. We've got like 3 or 4 events every month of just like getting together, doing demos, doing feedback, doing all kinds of various stuff like that. Like I was at one last night.
Yeah, and I think it's just you just kind of grow that community. Like here in Chicago, we just had a few games that have broken out, and then that's really helped.
Brought visibility.
Yeah.
Makes it
and then also, if you go through that release cycle one time, then you learn a lot that you can share with others.
Yeah. And so we've got Butterscotch Shenanigans. We met in PopCon. So they are one of the like the more kind of successful indie studios in that they're able to just do games full time, which is kind of for most of us it's the dream, right? So not having to take on that kind of work. And then there's Graphite Lab is another studio that's sort of like us, where it's part client work, part games for fun. And everybody is just kind of every time we have new experiences, we give a talk about it. We share it with you. We do a lot of retrospectives and things like that. It's really just been amazingly helpful. The quality of our games have improved immensely since we've been connected with the community here. It's amazing just discovering that there are people in your area and pulling them out of the woodwork can do to the quality of games. So it's been really, really phenomenal.
But the soundtrack is really good.
Thank you. Yeah, Bill, we absolutely love what Bill's been able to do.
Like the theme of it, or like the tone of the soundtrack, that came out of the first track he was working on, which is actually in the trailer. It's not in the game yet. He added this instrument. He's like, well, I added this thing, and I don't know, it might be awful. And we listened to it, and we're like, this is exactly what I want. It's so good.
One thing I would say is, this is just like one visual feedback. The fuel ones, I think their particles are like squares.
Mm-hmm.
The fuel balls.
Yeah.
I think their particles are squares.
Yeah.
Which looks a little weird because everything else is hexagons.
Yeah. That's true.
It was just one thing that really jumped out visually.
Yeah, the iconography in the game is centered around actually triangles and circles.
Yeah, so I think that was like what jumped out to me. That looked kind of weird. I guess I can't. Oh no!
So this is the end of the demo.
I see.
And you don't have enough.
Yeah.
After all that,
welcome to.
I guess he's just gonna break my legs.
Yeah.
Well, so this is a game in which you can't pay him, so the next quest you took on would probably have bounty hunters coming after you, which is an added level of challenge.
Oh, I see. Oh, so the bounty hunters are actually in the track with me?
Yeah.
It would be,
Oh.
It's a chase.
Yeah, they'd be trying to bust down your shields and explode you.
I see. I will regret that. Well, cool. I think this is a good place to end it.
Cool.
But anyway, let's go somewhere else. Let's show everyone the
website.
Yes, website. So this is SmuggleCraft.com, and Carol and Ben, they are Happy Badgers in St. Louis. So yeah, and this game is coming out on PlayStation 4 and Steam.
Yep.
How have you guys found kind of the first time working on? You said this is first time you are working on a PC, and
it's first console game. Yeah, first PC game too, really.
Yeah, like
and,
first serious shot at PC.
First 3 game too.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of firsts for us.
Wow. Yeah.
We've been enjoying it. It's been a huge learning experience, challenge, and also just really exciting and super enjoyable.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's like working on games is difficult, but really, really invigorating.
Yeah. I think. I mean, I'm just always impressed when people are able to juggle it with other stuff too. You know, because like, I'm only doing the game. Like literally, I have like no life, and it's just this game, and I can't even handle it. And the game is just so massive and so big.
But it's, I mean, amazingly beautiful.
Yeah, and I think the game is looking great. I think like, yeah, it seems like a lot of the stuff you were talking about, you guys kind of already have stuff planned, right? With the bounty hunter and the multiplayer. And yeah, I think my feedback is just, you know, I personally love more exploration. Like, I love when playing Tony Hawk, you were able to go into the secret areas, and that was just based on the game mechanic, like, just getting the speed rate, and that always felt super awesome. And I just feel like there can be so much stuff in here, too. And the music is great. Tell, Bravendary, that's how you spell it. Original soundtrack by Bravendary. It's awesome. Yeah. And then I guess, Ben, I won't see you at Bit Bash, but I'll see you, Carol, and maybe next year, Ben, you can come to Bit Bash.
Yeah, we'll probably see you at GDC next year too, right?
Yes, yeah. That is the one event everything else I'm like, maybe.
You will definitely be there 100% every year, and then everything else we can fit it in.
All right, everyone. Thanks for checking out the stream. That was SmuggleCraft with Happy Badgers, and if you liked it, you should follow the channel.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
No, absolutely. It was a pleasure.
All right. Bye, guys.
Night.
All right, I'm gonna tune out now, but yeah, thank you all for checking out the stream, for watching. I will be back on Monday at 8:30 p.m.